Good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I want to thank you for joining me. This is Our Trades back here with another live stream, sort of, so to speak. I am recording a live Apex 300K trading session. We're currently sitting long to NASDAQ. I'm down about 800 on the day, looking to claw that back. We're currently down to NASDAQ, guys. It is 11 a.m. Central Standard. That is noon Eastern Standard or New York local time. We've got about 4 hours on the open stock market left. Fed Chair Jerome Powell has spoken today. Not a whole lot of interesting commentary. Fed Chair Jerome Powell, a policy rate cut is not appropriate until the Fed gains greater confidence. Inflation headed sustainably towards 2%. Fed's Powell, we have made considerable progress toward the 2% inflation goal. Recent monthly readings show modest further progress, and elevated inflation is not the only risk. So not a ton of impactful news from Jerome Powell. All right, guys, we are sitting long to NASDAQ. We've got a fair value gap sitting above us, and we're currently, I think I'm going to put in a break-even stop on my position, one tick in profit. I think we're likely to get stopped out on this. All right, guys, let's have a look around here. Platinum futures are down 1.43%, down $14.50 on the day. Bitcoin futures up 1.73%. That is our biggest gainer on the day. Nikkei is up over 1.5% as well. Looking at crude oil is down 1% today, so crude oil taking a beating. Latest headline on crude oil reads, crude falls on little hurricane damage to Texas oil infrastructure. Copper futures also sitting down. Copper futures sitting at $4.58, so that's 4.582. Those are down 0.8%. Russell 2000 coming back from earlier losses. Russell 2000 sitting down 0.36%. All right, let's head back to the NQ. I am. All right, guys, currently watching the NQ. NQ is about unchanged on the day, currently trading up 33 points on the day. Sell side liquidity sitting below us at 20,670 spot 25. All right, we are going to consider heading long here. We are long one NASDAQ now. All right, folks, we are long two NASDAQ. All right, guys, currently sitting long two NASDAQ. Position is working in our favor. We're about to be break even on the day. I've moved the stop loss up into pretty decent profit. Guys, it is 11:09 Central Standard. That is 12:09 New York local time. and the market has another 4 hours to go. We're going to be on this stream for about an hour. All right, guys, we are following this position up, currently sitting up 600. We are long 2 NASDAQ. It's looking like it might lose some steam here and come and stop us out. In terms of profit targets, honestly, guys, I'm thinking that new all-time highs, as in take out that buy-side liquidity to the top side. Let's have a look at some of our other products. Russell 2000 coming back, currently sitting at 2050 evens. So a little bit of a comeback here in the Russell 2000. Seeing that on the hourly chart, working in a trading range. Yen futures, guys. Yen futures took a dive earlier today. Looks like they might have slowed down that rate of loss a little bit. Let's have a look at the ES. ES is currently sitting right near those all-time highs at 56.40 quarters. That's 56.40 quarters. Buy side liquidity currently sitting up at 56.42 3 quarters. Sell side liquidity down at 56.30 evens. Here on our hourly chart, let's head back to the NASDAQ and see if our position is still working. All right, guys, our position is still working. Just sitting long now, letting this position play out. We're nearly at break even on the day. All right, guys, moving that stop loss up. We'll see if it comes back and it wants to stop us out or if it wants to keep roaring higher. Looks like it is going to come back and stop us out for about 650 in profit. And that's going to take us to about down 200 on the day. Okay, guys, so pretty decent trade there here on our Apex Trader Funding 300K simulated account, guys. We are down 315 on the day. Let's head over to some of our other products to look at. Platinum futures, currently our greatest loser on the day. Soybean futures, Well, these look interesting. We're down 1.27% on the day on soybean futures. Another day in which the soybean futures have been pretty beat up. Crude oil is down 1.1% today. All right, guys, we're going to head long 3 crude oil. All right, guys, we are currently sitting long 3 crude oil. Entry position was at 81.42. Crude oil is down 1.1%. Was seeing a little bit of a rebound here after running on this recent low. Let's head to some of our other products. Live cattle. Live cattle just took an interesting look. Interesting move here. Copper futures, not something that I want to touch right now. Copper futures are down 0.7% on the day. That's 0.7%. 30-year bond futures currently down 0.6%. That's at 118.9 cents. Let's have a look back at our. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin sitting at 57,925. Interesting headline here reads 2024 hurricane season predicted to be particularly active. NOAA has forecast this year's hurricane season to be particularly active with between 17 to 25 storms anticipated, where winds are expected to be upwards of 39 miles per hour. All right, guys, we're here on some of our market news. Let's have a look. June small business optimism unexpectedly improves despite inflation concerns. 14 minutes ago from Fed's Powell, regulators are in touch with small banks on CRE risk. Eurozone bond yields stay higher as Fed Powell speaks. Let's have a look at some of our index headlines. NASDAQ ekes out gains after Powell testimony and the Dow slips. All right, guys, let's have a look at our crypto headlines. We are looking at Bitcoin. Jerome Powell's market update spurs crypto response. That's 29 minutes ago. All right, guys, let's have a look back at our NASDAQ. So the NASDAQ is currently sitting right about where we were earlier, 20,713. This is probably worth a long, but I'm not going to long it at this very point in time. Let's have a look at the Dow. Dow trading at 39,632. That is basically unchanged. 0.04%, basically unchanged on the day. Okay, let's have a look at our crude oil position. Crude oil position currently sitting flat, small loss. All right, lean hogs, excuse me, live cattle. Let's have a look at our lean hog futures. Nothing interesting here. All right, guys, let's have a look at the Euro futures. Euro futures pretty trading rangy. Lots of overlapping price action. All right, guys, gold futures 2367 spot 1. Gold futures not doing a whole lot. So guys, what I'm doing here on the 15-minute gold chart is I am simply adding on the buy side liquidity, adding on the sell side liquidity. This is a basic outline of an ICT chart. And there's our fair value gap, guys. So just something that I thought I would mention there. All right, guys, so the NASDAQ currently sitting at 20,713.75. So the NASDAQ coming back quite a bit. This is not really a chart with every 5-minute candle overlapping that I particularly want to touch at the moment, so I'm not going to. Let's have a look at our wheat futures. Wheat futures currently sitting at 577 and 2 cents, guys. That's 577 spot 2. We're up 1.1%. Looking at our daily chart here on the wheat futures, after an extended move down, starting to see some trading range action here on the wheat futures. That is your update on wheat futures. Let's have a look at corn, guys. Corn got really beat up yesterday, was down over 4% yesterday. Corn having a little bit of a move back into a trading range today. Not something that I'm particularly interested in trading at this very moment in time. So working in a trading range here on the 15-minute time frame. Russell 2000, 2050 spot 9. All right, guys, gonna leave this crude oil position to run at least temporarily, as the 4-minute, 3-minute charts look like they're wanting to form a little bit of hammer candles here and come around in reverse. Although we will see, guys. Currently sitting at a $200 loss. We're sitting at 81.42. Market's currently trading at 81.34. We have 3 contracts on. It's $10 a tick. But it looks like crude oil wants to come back a bit. All right, guys, let's have a look at our NASDAQ again. NASDAQ starting to come back down. Looking here at the 5-minute chart. Guys, I think we are going to flush down that sell side liquidity. So we're probably going to just take a short here on the NASDAQ. All right, guys, we are short 1 NASDAQ. All right, guys, we're going to add on one more short contract here momentarily. All right, guys, we are short 2 NASDAQs. I think the NASDAQ is about to do what's called flushing. I've talked about flushing before, but flushing is where the market will come down and flush through a low or a high. In other words, run it or trade through it. All right, let's take a look back at our crude oil position. Not moving a ton, but looking like it's primed. Guys, we've got 2 hours left of spot crude oil trading. Crude oil recently ran on that low there at 81.32, picked up that sell side liquidity. Looks like it's wanting to prime itself for a little bit of a rally. Let's go back and watch our NASDAQ position. All right, guys, we are short 2 NASDAQs at 26.99 halves. That's 26.99 spot 50. NASDAQ looking like it wants to flush lower. All right, guys, pretty good 15-minute candle finish there, well below the 50% of that candle. Long upper wick. All right, let's have a brief look back at our crude oil position. Guys, crude oil position has come into profit. Currently sitting up 330 on the crude oil position. Our profit target is going to be 82.07. Not going to put in the break-even stop just yet, guys. But we are looking to make up to 82.07. So, guys, our objective is to make 64 ticks. That's 640 times 3 is going to be 1920, guys. We're looking to make 1920 on the crude oil position. That's a 15-minute fair value gap. Somewhat of a balanced price range, guys. I talked about balanced price ranges, but wherever you have a buy-side imbalance, sell-side inefficiency, and a sell-side imbalance, buy-side inefficiency across from each other, you're probably looking at a balanced price range. Let's have a look at our NASDAQ position. Currently sitting flat on the NASDAQ position, but it's looking like the market might want to make that flush lower and move in our favor. Overall, guys, we're sitting up 240 in profit now, mostly from that crude oil position. NASDAQ looks like it is losing steam to the upside. Latest headline on the NASDAQ from 2 hours ago, S&P 500, NASDAQ open at fresh record highs. Powell testimony was awaited. Guys, looking at our daily chart, something of an interesting candle here forming on the daily chart. Let's have a look at our 30-minute chart on the NASDAQ.
I did it!
You did it.
It's done.
It's done.
Yay!
Good job. You should take a picture.
I'm gonna.
I just heard your knee pop.
Yeah. 22 is an illusion.
I'm pretty sure that your age, those knees are not supposed to be popping like that.
No. These knees put in some time. Yay, that's so exciting. You have your mic off right now, right?
No.
Oh my god.
It's okay. You did a puzzle, sweetheart. The people can hear that you did a puzzle.
People, I completed my puzzle, and I'm very proud of it. I'm gonna look at it for a couple hours, okay?
Here, I turned my camera off. Come have a look at something.
I don't look very cute right now. I don't look cute at all right now.
My camera is off.
Oh, okay. Is your mic off?
No. Want to say hello?
No.
Okay. Look. Let's see. That one did pretty well. And that one did very well. You see, those numbers are starting to come up. See?
Mm-hmm.
Look at my analytics. This is that 10 hours from yesterday was 11 hours. I'm also 1,649 subscribers.
Nice, babe. Very
That's
good.
like 10 in the past day.
Very proud of you.
That's pretty good, is it not? All right, folks, we are currently sitting long 2 positions right now. We're currently sitting, we're sitting in 2 positions. We are short 2 NASDAQ contracts. I am thinking that the NASDAQ wants to flush. We are also sitting long 3 crude oil contracts. So, all right, guys, we are going to put in a stop loss in profit on the crude oil position. On the NASDAQ position, we are going to put in a stop as well. So, guys, our positions are now protected, and we can see if they're going to work out or if they're going to come back and stop us out. I'm going to move crude oil stop loss up. Happy with that. All right, the NASDAQ still there. All right, guys. So we have protected our positions now, and so if the market wants to come back and take us out, that's fine. Guys, we've reached an overall profit as of right now on the day. I want to remind you that this is an Apex Trader Funding simulated account. This is not real cash. I have to make 20,000 fake dollars. Again, that's 20,000 fake dollars without losing 7,500 fake dollars. So it's important that I take off these positions while they're in profit, trail that stop higher. NASDAQ, I think the crude oil position is coming to stop us out. And that's going to be fine, guys, if we get stopped out on our crude oil position. Couple $100 win, and we're fine with that. NASDAQ position is starting to move pretty good in our favor, guys. We are currently, I'm moving that stop loss down, currently sitting up 500 on 2 contracts. All right, guys, and our crude oil position looks like it is, in fact, going to get stopped out. Okay, guys, we are left with the NASDAQ position. I think the NASDAQ is about to run there on that low sell side liquidity there. I believe we're about to flush lower. We do have a fair value gap here lower, as well as a sort of a long wick inefficiency. Okay, guys, we made a profit there on that crude oil position. Just want to show you crude oil again. We were long 3 contracts, and I was thinking the market was getting ready to move back higher, and it might still, guys, but I went ahead and just took that profit. And guys, we're going to take off this NASDAQ position as well. Okay, guys, we are up 388 overall on the day. And I just want to, before I continue, want to see where I'm at in terms of my trailing threshold. All right, so if you are still with me here on the video, we are currently, it is Tuesday, July the 9th, 2024. I'm trading an Apex Trader Funding 300K account. And I want to show y'all, so guys, this is TradeDay. And you can see your trailing max drawdown here, 72.72. So I've nearly got a full trailing drawdown, which is great. Means that we can keep on keeping on trading. Okay, guys, we're back here on TradingView. Let's have a look. Our NASDAQ is starting to flush the way that I thought it would. Unfortunate that I took the position off. I was getting a little bit nervous. That was a little bit of a mistake. Okay, guys, I got to make a phone call now. We are 40 minutes into the recording. I appreciate you all joining me for this live session, and we will be back with you on the next one.